The finale of Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. 5 weeks in the making. Very, 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 very excited. How much to make you do the Cabanella dance? No. Dishonored Heart? That's fucked up, Franco. You should reconsider that. Welcome, everybody. So, I have to kind of address like a sad elephant in the room, not for the sake of like nothing bad happened, okay? So I have to address the elephant in the room before the elephant in the room. I forgot to turn VODs back on for last week. So for anybody that is, watching this secondhand and didn't get a chance to see last week and didn't get a chance to see the twists and turns that happened last week, unfortunately, because of the skate streams, because of the licensed music, I completely forgot to turn back on VODs for the channel. Just a horrible slip up on my end. It messes up my highlights, my full playthrough highlight collections on Twitch. I also fucked it up for Slay the Spire. I didn't get the first night of Slay the Spire. I didn't get the prep kit for Slay the Spire. I think what I'm going to do is just redo, hit record, and I'm not talking Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but hit record and just do the Slay the Spire prep kit again, at least, so that it's archived. But aside from that, unfortunately, the first night, you're just going to have to believe me when I say I got a win in 2 runs. I did. I beat the game as Ironclad. 2 runs. The 2-run wonder. But tonight is Ghost Trick. Tonight, Sissel's journey comes to an end. Tonight, we find out the true meaning of all of the moving parts that have really started to stack up here. I'm going to hit continue. It's going to give us a little bit of a backstory as we ease ourselves into chapter 16, I believe. And then we'll take a moment, we'll go into the journal, and we'll kind of, delve in a little further for everybody that wasn't here last week. But thank you so much for being here, Mushroom Lantern, Franco, Susie. If there's anybody else that I missed that was filing in, welcome, welcome, welcome. Love the missile. I had to do a missile graphic for the finale. Had to. It was a must. All right, without further ado, Ghost Trick Phantom Detective finale, baby. Start from this time frame, 4:19 a.m. I sure will. Chapter 16, 4:19 a.m. Lynn kept her promise about getting me hooked up. About 2 hours before dawn, the phone rang. Hello? This is Jowd. Sissel, are you listening? We need your powers. No time to talk. We'll be waiting for you. What's up, Mickey Moo? Hi. We got a new trace, baby. Control room. Oh, okay. Got it. I see. Well, you'd better get going. This long night is drawing to an end. Yeah, it looks like it. Thank you for all your help tonight. I'm the one who should be thanking you. At the other end of the phone line, I'm finally gonna find all my answers. I'd better go. What's it gonna be?
Gaming.
A single telephone line connects me and the other Sissel. But that single line spreads out like a spider's web to ensnare the fates of many people. The submarine. And I just reached the center of the web. Not more of these guys. Welcome to Yonoa. What the hell? Detective Jowd. Like a Pokemon region. The Yonoa region. My detective sense must have gotten rusty. And I didn't even sense your presence here in the dark. That's because I switched the power to my mask off, Detective Jowd. I used your phone. Hope you don't mind.
Egad, never thought you'd track us here, especially seeing as you're a death row inmate.
And I'm equally surprised about your choice of transportation. A submarine, eh?
But how did you find us, my man? Not even the police knew where the Yonoa was going to surface, confound it.
We detectives have a little saying. If there's something you want to know about a case, ask the criminals. The bullet the man in red was shot with had a radio transmitter in it. Oh, baby! I have a little something for you. The pocket watch! No, we just got started, Nancy. Welcome in. Cabanela had given me some pretty weird presents in the past, but they always prove useful. This one was a radio receiver made to look like a pocket watch.
Yes. Inspector Cabanela. I hear he's an excellent investigator.
By the way, where is that man in red? I know he's on this submarine somewhere.
Ah, Sissel, you mean?
Oh, baby!
You can relax. That's nothing but his shell.
His shell, eh?
His spirit isn't here right now. Most likely, right about now, he's controlling your daughter.
Please, I beg you, let my daughter go. If you need a hostage, take me. Just please, let her go.
Bah! There's something our nation needs. Sissel has it. That's all we care about, my man. Nothing else matters. However, it would appear Sissel has underestimated us. He's left behind this precious bargaining chip here.
Bargaining chip?
Our nation has already researched it. This product that Sissel has to offer, the source of his powers.
This is going crazy. This is like... Sorry for everybody that didn't see last week, because there's no preamble. There's no easing you back into it. We are in. What? What in the world was that?
The Temsic fragment. It gives spirits special powers. And now our deal with Sissel is concluded as far as we are concerned.
What are you talking about?
What a mistake to make, right at the most critical moment. Now then, Detective Jowd. Farewell.
Are they escape podding the one part of the submarine? What in the world? The whole room just vanished. Detective Jowd, where did he go? What now? I think I heard an explosion somewhere. In any case, Lynn and the little lady should be here somewhere. I smell danger. I'd better find them, and fast. Alright, give me 1 second. One very, very, very quick second. Gotta get all this down. I'm sorry. There's one thing that I have to set up that I completely neglected to set up. We're gonna go here, here, And it's this one, apply. There we go. That's more like it. We gotta get our pen. We can't use the mouse. It's a little weird if you're using the mouse. I gotta get our pen back. For those that haven't been here in the past, I am playing this game with a drawing tablet, right? Like a little cheap one. It works super, super, super well for DS stuff. I would highly recommend it. If you have any interest in playing like touchscreen based DS games, something like, Jesse had mentioned last week thinking about Trauma Center. You have that tablet, the next size up. It's like $35, Susie. There's an XP pen on Amazon. It was $35, and it's like, it has made this playthrough so much smoother and nicer and more authentic feeling than like if I was clicking around. It's a game changer. It's a game changer. Highly recommend it. Okay. Let's take our moment here and let's break down what the hell happened last week. We are Sissel. As you saw in that chair, there was also another Sissel. I lost my life at a lonely spot on the outskirts of town. I don't know who I am. The man I pursued, thinking he was me, took Lynn hostage in the park 10 years ago and was hit by a meteorite and killed. So, we lost our memory at the very beginning of this game. The implication right now is that we are not Sissel. We are just a dude, another guy that died that saw Sissel first, and because we had no memory went, oh hey, that's us. A detective who was at the scene of my death. Her name's Lynn. In order to rescue Camilla, she promised to get a phone line hooked up to the submarine for me. She and Detective Jowd are in pursuit of the man in red. He calls himself Ray. I don't know who he really is. He taught me the secrets of the powers of the dead. He wants me to find the truth behind the mysterious things happening in this town tonight. He calls himself Nearsighted Jigo. He's a sniper who carries a golden shotgun. Somebody apparently ordered him to kill the Detective Lynn and me, but he's gone now due to an unfortunate accident. Ray's the real Sissel? Wow, can you imagine? It's got the red. Eyebrowed villain. Okay, we got a little bit more. Yeah, R.I.P. to our man Jigo. Died in the first chapter. Nearsighted sniper carries a shotgun. Great guy. We got a little bit more info on our villain here. A foreigner who plans to carry out a deal tonight involving the powers of the dead. He knew the source of those powers was the meteorite fragment, so he stole it from the man in red's body and made his escape, abandoning the Yonoa to the sea. And we are on the Yonoa currently. Masked Muscle Man. He appears to be the old man's servant. He operates the machines in the strange room expertly. He was with Detective Jowd when the strange room suddenly disappeared from the rest of the submarine. The other hitman, not too important. He's dead. That's a one step ahead tango. Unfortunately, we were 2 steps ahead. This is Detective Jowd's daughter. Her name is Camilla. Apparently, she believes her mother's death was caused by the contraption that she created. Very tragic little story. Kidnapped because she was mistaken for the Justice Minister's daughter, she is now also somewhere on the submarine. That's who we're looking for now. Missile. Right underneath us, our boy, a friendly little Pomeranian, his name is Missile. Thinking he needs his powers to protect the little lady, he chose not to be brought back to life. He was blown away by the wind, but I met up with him again when he came floating along in the sewer. That's a little too much to explain, but love him. What's up, Disbelief? Hi. Lynn's neighbor. Her name is Emma. In protest of her Justice Minister husband's execution order, she moved out with her daughter. She's made up with her husband, but is apparently doomed to dangle from the chandelier tonight. That was a great chapter. That was an awesome chapter. And this is Amelie. This is the daughter of that woman. The daughter of the woman in purple. Her name is Amelie. With peace restored to her family, and after finally being able to call her father, she is now sleeping soundly. Maybe she's worn out by all the drama. The Justice Minister himself. A Justice Minister who sits agonizing in his stately office. 1 month ago, he was physically manipulated into ordering the death row convict's execution. Not wanting this to get out, he's since been in constant anguish. he decided to halt the execution. So that's a big thing that happened last week. Last week we learned that these powers of the dead, our powers, like the character that we're playing, Sissel, we can manipulate inanimate objects to do very specific things to solve logic puzzles. For example, if I manipulated this hat here, maybe I could kind of rock it back and forth with my power, right? We have learned last week that there are other powers of the dead that have the ability to completely possess human beings and force them to do things. And that's what happened here. That's kind of what it's all culminating towards. The green detective, the blue detective, the odd blue doctor we found out was a phony medical examiner who was working with the man in red to take the man in red's body. His plan was to steal the corpse from the site, but Cabanela saw through his plot and bribed him to bring the body to the junkyard's maintenance building basement. Again, tons of stuff that happened. Here's Cabanela. You love him, you hate him. I think everybody loves him now. The head of the Special Investigation Unit. His insistence on a spotless record was so that he'd be able to prove his friend innocent. He fired a bullet with a radio transmitter into the man in red's body and urged Lynn to bring the case to a conclusion. Everybody, I did pull off I didn't pull it off. I made a new emote for the channel for tonight. If you go ahead and do GoatedQuest Cabanela spin, I got that one. It's a brand new one. Brand new one. You can watch it in sync. Detective with the cap. That's Detective Ringe. The guardian of the park who was obsessed with the meteorite. Very big deal. This meteorite in the Temsic Park is apparently what gave the man in red his power to effectively immortality. The Pigeon Man used to be the police medical examiner. There's a lot. There's a lot. This is just a chef. He's just a guy. Look at how many characters are in this game, man. It just keeps going. I won't read every single one. The other me. The man I was pursuing, who I was convinced was me. His true identity is the manipulator. The spirit of a man who was killed by a meteorite fragment 10 years ago. The other party in his deal betrayed him and stole the fragment that was inside his body. And that's where we're at. So, as I said, we are a ghost. We have the ability to jump from place to place as a ghost here. But right now, it looks like we have to talk to this right here. So you're here, huh? It's Sissel! Yes, I think even I remember who you are by now. What do you suppose that shock was a minute ago? I have no idea, of course. I'm just a little sheltered apartment dog. What with my loss of memory, I can't say I'm much better. Anyway, let's hurry up and go save Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla. Do you think that trusty nose of yours can sniff them out? I'm sorry to say I don't think I can. Why did I even bother to ask? But you do have the power to swap objects, so let's go find that lady detective and the little lady together. You got it! I have something stuck in my nose. Drive me crazy that whole time I was talking. The telephone is ringing. Wow! It's Miss Camilla! I just know it! My trusty nose was practically screaming it at me! I think you'd call that more of a hunch. Anyway, let's get to that phone before it stops ringing. You bet! So we now have the ability, and this is going to drive me crazy. One sec. I have to pick my nose for a second to get this out of here. One sec. Oh my gosh. Drive me nuts. It's still there. Alright. In the last chapter, we got the ability to use Missil's powers. Missil's powers work like this. Missile can adjust and swap the positions of any item that has the same shape. Okay? For example, they can swap, right? Doesn't seem too exciting, but it can be used for certain very, very interesting situations, which you will see. Hello? Hello, Miss Camilla? Hello?
It's no use. This black hello just doesn't like me.
Just create a path for me, Missile. I'll come right over. So let's see here. Let's see what we got. We got a wastebasket that's knocked over. We got 2 basketballs here that can swap. We can swap the baseball with the basketball. Okay, you see? And so now we can jump back to Sissel and use his ghost powers, which have a much shorter range, but we can go to this baseball, obviously once we get Missile out of it. We gotta get Missile out of it, like this. Swap to this. And now we gotta figure out our way to get all these swapped around. So we gotta go to here. Then we go back to Missile. We go here. We go like this. We swap them, which will raise this one up. Uh-oh, phone's off the hook. I think I just heard another explosion in the distance. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Sissel, look! That black hello, it came off the hook.
Uh-oh, I'd better answer it fast. So now I can go here, to there.
Hello, is anybody there?
It's her, the little lady. It's Sissel, where are you?
Somebody please answer.
I guess she can't hear my voice.
You too, huh? Oh, good. I thought she was ignoring me. Somebody help me. Lynn is...
She said Lynn.
Miss Lynn!
We'd better hurry.
Let's go, Sissel.
Now we can jump over a phone line. Oh, not again. This is what? What's the death count on Lynn? 6, maybe? 5? This might be 5.
It's no use. Nobody's answering. Miss Camilla! And... Miss Lynn! Oh, poor Miss Lynn.
Yeah, she can't seem to catch a break. Looks like another tragedy's happened. Sorry to keep you waiting, little lady.
Sissy, I knew you'd come. Miss Camilla! And Missile, too. I'm so glad to see you're all right. Well, I wouldn't say I'm all right exactly. Hey, wait a minute. Missile, your voice. I think I remember hearing it somewhere before. What? My voice?
That's right. Camilla has a core now. So that means she did hear Missile's voice before, when he saved her that time.
So that was you, wasn't it, Missile? You're the one who saved me in the park tonight. Thank you. Miss Camilla, I'm so glad I was born your little doggy.
Hey, Missile, could you stay here and watch over your mistress for a while?
Huh? But you don't need my powers?
I'll see what I can do on my own for a while. After all, you're the only one who can protect her.
Okay, I'll do it. Thank you, Missile.
One sec, this thing in my nose is driving me nuts. Sorry. I think it might be like a nose hair that's like bent the wrong way. It's like really agitating. I wonder what happened this time. I better talk to the little lady some more. And then, I better do something about the detective lady. Can I talk to you a minute?
Yes, Sissy?
Could you tell me what happened to you? Oh, right, okay, so we were in the chest. Right, that was the last time we saw her. What happened after I last saw you at your old house?
Oh, let's see, after that, I think I fell asleep.
I woke up to the sound of an engine. She was already in the submarine by then, eh? I thought to myself,
I've got to escape. The next thing I knew, I found myself in this big room. I was so tired I couldn't move. And then... Camilla! I was so relieved. I don't remember what happened after that.
She must have passed out, the poor thing. You've been through so much. You were very brave.
I think Lynn's probably been through more than me.
You've both been brave. I can't reach Lynn. But I can turn this wheel. And then I should be able to reach Lynn. Boop. Here we go. There we go.
Oh, Sissel, you're here.
Lynn, what in the world happened here?
I don't know.
Huh?
I just sort of blacked out all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know in that case.
And where's Detective Jowd? Is he all right?
I don't know.
Huh?
The room he was in just disappeared all of a sudden.
Now it's all making even less sense than before. After we left the super's office, we followed after the man in red. We tracked him with that radio transmitter Inspector Cabanella fired into him with the bullet. The man in red took a boat out to sea from a small harbor on the edge of town. Detective Jowd and I managed to secretly stow away on his boat. And then we sneaked onto the submarine with him when it had surfaced. Before long, the submarine dove back down again. Detective Jowd and I decided to split up. He would take care of the telephone line, and I would look for Camilla. I found Camilla hiding here in the engine room. She had escaped and run away here.
I don't remember this part of the song. Wow, that's quite an adventure. What happened next?
I don't know.
Huh?
There was a flash of white all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead.
Oh boy. Sounds like it'd be quicker to see for myself. We're going back, baby. Back in time. Legit time gate.
Camilla, are you okay?
What the? Camilla? Oh, right, the manipulator they said was possessing the girl. Oh, man.
Hello, Lynn, or is it Detective now? It's been 10 years since we last met. Are you really that man from the park 10 years ago? Well, well, I see there's no need to introduce myself. Give Camilla back. She has nothing to do with any of this. Afraid I can't do that. This is my last chance. The phone is ringing. It's not for me. Nobody ever calls the dead.
Dude, that shot. Dude.
The fact that you're here means that my revenge plan has failed. Revenge plan? It didn't happen tonight, did it? His execution? Well, knowing him, I half expected as much. That's why I was waiting here like this, waiting for him to show up. Wouldn't it just be what he wanted? To be executed by his own daughter? I heard about 10 years ago. I feel sorry about what happened to you. But revenge? Nobody could possibly know what What in the world? An explosion? Uh-oh. I've got a bad feeling about this. Have I been had?
Wow, okay. Revenge, huh? That's a feeling I just can't understand. Of course not. You're not him. She's right. I'm not him, am I?
He was going to shoot Detective Jowd and ask Camilla when he came to rescue her. It's just too horrible.
Anyway, let's bring you back to life. Again.
You didn't have to add the again part.
One sec. I don't know if you've noticed, I've been like rubbing my neck here. My throat's killing me, like already, which is a bad place to be for the finale. My water's like a third of the way full. I'm gonna go fill it up the rest of the way. I will be right back, like literally right back. So don't go anywhere. I'll see you in a moment, okay? Stand by. Thanks everybody. Thank you.
一人の老人に導かれた男は荒れ果てた祠を目にした。崩れた石積みにうがたれた穴の向こうにはただ闇だけが広がっていた。穴の中へと足を踏み入れる男の背後で老人はかすかに笑みを浮かべる。そしてまた一人供物が暗黒に捧げられた。
Ist this legal?
That was a LSD Dream emulator. Like a games as art type game. Where there's really no goal, you just explore these like abstract art pieces in first person on the PlayStation 1. Really big cult classic game. A lot of people really love it. One.
Panda.
PlayStation.
Alright, hopefully that was it. I just tugged out a nose hair. I think that was it. Did not want you guys to see that. I think we're good. Hi, thank you. Sorry. I filled up my water. I cleared whatever was wrong with my nostril. But I tell you? Yeah, I had to tell you. It was a nose hair. It was, and it was the wrong way, just as I predicted. Alright. So let's see. The cause of death this time was that mysterious explosion. You're pretty up for a dead woman. You know how detectives love a good mystery? It's like a shot of vitamins. And what do you mean, for a dead woman? How much you want to bet, like, a shot of vitamins was a localization thing? I will put money on the fact that in the Japanese original text, that was not a shot of vitamins. I can almost guarantee it. Anyway, I guess we should look for a way to stop that explosion. Alright, let's do this thing. Finding clues is like a dose of minerals to a detective. Okay, maybe it was. Maybe it's a bit. I'm afraid with my memory loss, I have no idea what vitamins or minerals are. No, no, there's no way. That's a translation thing. That's a cute translation thing. Okay, let's see what we got. So I can't do anything from here. We gotta let it play out a little bit. They have their conversation. We already heard this, so I'm not gonna click it. But it just like reminds me of Chrono Trigger where they changed all of the alcohol to soup. The phone is ringing. It's not for me. Nobody ever calls the dead. Now I can probably swap from this spot. Boom. Boom. Alright, here we go. So who's calling? That's a good thing to find out. No, I can't. Shoot. Oh, right. It has to be off the hook. Right. Don't look at me. I can't do it. I don't have any arms or feet right now. Somebody please answer the phone. If you want to get something done, you got to do it yourself. Okay, so we got to find a way to... What do all these knobs do? Nothing. Wheel. Oh, there we go. Hey! There we go. Hey, we somehow managed to knock down the receiver. Somehow managed? Who's to say that's not how I planned it? Come on, hurry. Now's your chance to get on the phone. It might be Detective Jowd. At work, but hope I can catch the end of the game. Ben, you have been, like, eager to see me get to the end of this, so I hope you can as well. She's right. I'd better check it out. You've been very eager. I was talking earlier about the fact that Oh, what's this?
Hello? Anybody there? If anybody's still there, get yourself here on the double. We're about to head out. Speak up. Why don't you answer? Anyway, come if you're coming. We're leaving.
Let's just go there to figure it out. Let's just see. Let's see what's on the other side. There's a cool thing. Dude, every single 15 minutes pass in this game and there's a really cool thing. I'm excited to see what it is, but I think you're underselling the amount of cool things in the whole game.
So it must be true what they say, that there are restless ghosts on board. That does it. I promise to turn over a new leaf, Mom.
He's out of here.
Who's he calling restless ghosts?
Well, it's true. Neither one of us is really resting in peace.
Anyway, it looks like the sub just lost one of its crew.
I guess that means the fate of this sub has changed slightly. Oh, cool. With the phone off the hook, he dipped.
Sissel has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip here.
Bargaining chip? It's Detective Jowd. What's going on there? I saw this little deal go down once before. In just a moment, the man in red is about to get his Temsic fragment taken away. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, I thought that would pop. It does. It does. Shoot. Okay, so I gotta act fast. You gotta go boom. Wait, nope. Okay. Now swap. It'll go up there. Yep. There we go. But I still can't quite reach that. I really thought that was gonna be it. What are these? It won't budge. Maybe it's broken? Oh well, I guess I don't have to lower it right now. If I ever had to move it, I could probably get Lynn to do it for me. I don't get it. What's happening? They decided to conclude the deal without the other party present. They're just gonna go ahead and steal the Temsic fragment.
Huh? But that's cheating.
I think we have more important things to think about right now. Where's the Temsic fragment going to go? Okay, there it is. Oh, wait, hold up. Pop it! Quickly. We gotta go fast. Did I make it? I made it! Oh man, that was so close. Oh, that was so scary. Just in time. Literally just in time.
Ah, the Temsic fragment, you're mine at last.
But we're on the capsule, we're not on the fragment.
The objective has been achieved. Now we detach the control room as planned.
Yes, sir. Farewell, sir.
Dude, yeah, look at all the little faces. They're all in the escape sub. That's awesome.
Sissel, what just happened? The whole room just disappeared, with Detective Jowd in it.
Don't worry, Lynn. I bet Detective Jowd can take care of himself. The main thing right now is rescuing you and the little lady.
Yeah, I can't believe this is happening. Now then, I'd better hurry along, before Sissel discovers what he's lost and comes after me. The Onoa will be his coffin.
Torpedoes?
May it lie buried here in the deep sea forever. Farewell, Sissel.
Great stuff. This game's so awesome.
Ha! So that's the cause of that giant explosion.
Huh? What is?
Don't tell me that's another thing you've forgotten. The torpedo, it's like, well, you've heard of a missile before, haven't you?
Yeah, sure. But a different missile comes more readily to mind.
It looks like he plans to sink the submarine with that thing. This is not good. We have to do something before that torpedo is fired.
Hold up. We got a switch here. Okay, we're on the torpedo. I don't think that's where we want to be. There's no time. It's gonna launch.
Don't worry, we can still find a way to stop it.
What? How?
Even if the torpedo does launch, we just have to stop it from detonating, right? There's still something we can do. I hope.
Why was the "I hope" at the end the strongest part of that sentence?
Okay, here goes.
We are on it. What? Lil Ratman? Dude, look at this! You didn't know torpedoes could do that? Yeah. It's probably being manipulated by a ghost. I came along for the ride without giving it too much thought. But was this really the best move?
I think so. We just have to keep it from going off, right? I'm sure this poor little rat will thank us too.
How in the world did it get in here? Cool.
I think these outside parts are supposed to be weights of some sort.
The spinning black things, right?
Apparently, their spinning helps the torpedo maintain its balance. They must be pretty heavy.
Wonder if we can use these weights to our advantage somehow? Alright, let's see what we got. We got 2 weights here. Okay.
Do you know how a torpedo works?
No. I can't say I do. Wow, detectives sure know a lot.
I saw it explained once in a book. On impact, the fuse in the tip is depressed. That in turn sets off the detonator.
The detonator, huh? That must be the red button. So how do we stop it?
They didn't explain anything about that in the book.
Wow, detectives sure know a lot, or not. Okay, so here's what we got. We got the striker, we got a joint here. So the rat can't be there.
This looks like just the thing. If we clamp this thing on the fuse, it should keep it from moving.
So what does that mean exactly?
It means we might be able to stop the torpedo from exploding with this.
I have to admit, I don't understand all the details, but I do want to give it a try.
But before we can do that,
looks like we have to get something out of the way first, huh? Alright. You thought the rat would pop? No, they would never. Let's take a look here.
This is probably the detonator. Hey, don't press it. The torpedo will explode.
Uh-oh, better be careful.
But, you know there should be a safety device around here somewhere.
Safety device, huh? Sounds promising. Yeah, we found that.
We have to put the safety on before this thing blows up.
Okay. So that just locks that on the... Can I make it so that it stops on the top? I don't... Oh, I can. I don't know what that means for me, though. Is it only the 2 positions? Yes. It's only top and bottom. There we go. And it's gonna flip. And then he's gonna fall. Great. We've dumped the little creature off.
Wow, those weights were heavy enough to turn the whole torpedo over. Now for that safety device.
Right. I got 1 second left. Clamp it. There. We clamped the safety device on.
We did it. That should stop the torpedo from exploding. But there's just one problem.
Problem? What's that?
Torpedo's still gonna impact. We can't do anything about that.
Uh-oh. But that's actually okay, because that's what gets us back onto the submarine. Yeah. Now we'll be able to go back onto the sub.
What was that noise?
It looks like the torpedo still hit the submarine.
But it looks like the submarine is still okay. This changes everybody's fate, including the little rats. Sissel, we did it! What's the matter? You still look unhappy.
We stopped the torpedo from blowing up, but we still opened up a gaping hole in the submarine.
You're right. I guess that's just what missiles do. They're unstoppable.
Huh? Am I hearing things? Anyway, I guess we better get back to the present as quickly as we can.
Right, I'm a little worried about Camilla.
That's not how... Okay, yeah. We managed to stop death for now, but it hasn't disappeared altogether. It's now slowly but surely filling the room. Uh-oh. Water's seeping in through the hole where the torpedo hit. I've got to get them out of here. I'd better go meet up with Lynn. Okay, we gotta activate this. Which, you know. The lights went out, but this machine apparently still works. Yeah, so... Unfortunately, I guess it won't run for very long. But maybe I can use its movements to help me create a path. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Can I get to that? Probably, right? Oh, yeah, okay. There we go. This is fun. Uh-oh. Cool, we made it.
Lynn? Camilla, you're awake. How do you feel? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I pointed that gun at you. Don't worry about that. That wasn't you. Miss Camilla! Oh, Missile, you're here. Oh, poor Miss Camilla. Miss Lynn, what should we do? We have to get out of here before any more water comes in. Sissel should be along any second. I knew Sissy would come. And Missy's here too. I'm so happy everybody's going to be with me now.
So we turn on the flashlight. Gets her attention.
Camilla! Miss Camilla! I'll get you out of here. If it's the last thing I do. Aw, I think I'm gonna cry.
Or whimper, as the case may be. I'd better send a signal to Lynn that I'm here, before it's too late. Yep. Boop.
Oh, look at that flashlight. It's Sissel. He's here. Up you go. I'm glad you're here, Sissel.
Sorry for the wait. It looks like this room is going to fill up with water fast. We'd better get out that door as quick as we can.
We won't be getting out that door, I'm afraid. The water pressure's too great already. I can't open it.
What? What does water pressure mean?
Think of it as the force of the water holding the door closed. The water level keeps getting higher and higher in here.
So the only way out of here is up, huh?
Exactly.
Okay, got it. Let's look for a path that goes up. Hey, look at that ladder. I wonder if we can get it down somehow? Good idea. Let's try it. Oh, and by the way... Yes? I can't swim. Neither can Camilla. Don't you have any good news for me? Let me think about it. In the meantime, could you hurry, please? Alright, let's see what we got. We got that we can turn, which seems like the only thing we can turn right now. Okay. Oh, knocked that glove down. Cool. Switch. Perfect. You did it, Sissel. Thanks. Ah! That was a close one. What was that? Looks like the water seeping in isn't the only thing we have to worry about. Huh? Sissel, the flashlight doesn't work anymore. Hey, don't get mad at me. Maybe the contacts are bad or something? Hey, I know. You can fix it with your powers. Okay, now that's just taking things too far. Yeah, you know what? I'm surprised that... going down into, like, the hyper micro level like we did with that torpedo. I'm surprised that that hasn't been done, like, as soon as we hit that moment with the torpedo where it's like, okay, now we're inside a torpedo. I'm surprised that that wasn't done wasn't done more often in, like, different ways. Like, maybe, like, parts of a car or something like that. And when she just mentioned the contacts there, I really thought that we were gonna zoom way in on the, like, batteries and everything. Oh, hey, great. Did you used to be an electrician in your past life or something? That's a cruel question, considering the circumstances. Now, all we have to do is get to that door, and we're safe. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Is she okay? That was quite a fall. Oh, no. Ow. What happened now? Looks like the submarine decided to rear up on its hind legs. I can't believe we're still okay after that fall. Either we're really lucky, or we're dead and we just haven't realized it yet. Come on now, as if the latter could be true. What's up, Ezra? New song? What now? Yeah, new song. The water sure is rising fast. How do we get on the submarine? Ezra, a lot has happened. You were here for most of last week, correct? We got onto the submarine through a phone call from Jowd. Jowd got onto the submarine. Okay, to break it down really fast from last week, remember when Cabanela shot the evil Sissel and he slumped back in his chair and then came back to life? That was a tracker bullet. And they followed the tracker bullet to this submarine and then called the junkyard station to get Sissel onto the submarine. And it turns out that the eyebrows dude with the big nose was just trying to use the evil Sissel to extract the meteorite fragment to use for his own gain, right? To acquire the powers of the dead. This song is so crazy, by the way. What else? I think that's pretty much the the major things that have happened. Lynn died again. We brought her back to life. Of course, for like the 5th or 6th time. The Sissel that we're playing as doesn't know who he is, right? He's clearly not the evil man in red, but he doesn't know who he is. That's what we're figuring out, kind of. But right now, we're trying to get the two of them off of this boat. You'll just have to go up to the top. Let's see how I can help with my ghost tricks. This song's awesome. Well, well, I think I see a familiar flame over there.
Sissel, there you are. How's it going?
How's it going? I'd say it was going pretty badly. You do understand how dangerous this situation is, don't you?
Of course. After all, just ask anybody who knows how much I hate taking a bath.
Maybe he's been in danger of drowning before himself. Okay, ready to create a path for these ladies?
Of course.
Alright, let's see what we got. So what we have different fans here. One of them is a different color than the other two. Right? So I'm going to try and move the blue fan all the way here, and we'll just play with it from there and see if we can make anything happen. Dumbass high school me didn't realize Sissel and missile rhymed? Come on, man. Okay. Sissel. Oops. You didn't see that. Nobody saw that. This song's so sick.
Go up is easier said than done when I'm holding Camilla.
I know. We're gonna try to create a path for you somehow.
The water just keeps on rising. Please hurry. Oh, and by the way, did I ever tell you?
You can't swim. Neither can Camilla.
Oops. I already said that, didn't I? Okay, well, good luck.
Alright, so it's missile time. But what am I switching as missile here?
Okay, Sissel, what do we do? I'm ready.
Here's a little doggy who's raring to go after his rest. We have to create a path that will get Lynn up to the top and fast. So we look for anything and everything we can move and try things out.
How about if we tip the whole submarine?
If we could do that, there wouldn't be any problem.
Well, in any case, I'm ready and raring to go.
Okay, so this is missile time. We just gotta find out what we can swap here. Like, those aren't swappable. Those are. Okay, now we're... Nope, that's not where we want to be. Oops, that's not what you want to see. Okay. Now, wait a minute. How do I get Sissel to turn on this machine? I don't know if I can get him there. It's not far enough. Alright. That's the most important part. We gotta make it... What I'm assuming we're doing is that we're making stairs. We're using the different types of fans, the small, medium, and large, to adjust these little pillars here so that they have stairs to walk up. But I gotta get... Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff up here. I see. Oh, we got broken fuses here? Pipes? Wow. Alright, there's a lot. This is a very involved one. Oh, it keeps going. Holy shit. Alright, buckle up. Man, this song's so sick. Alright. Bum bum. Let's see what we got. We got gears here. We got a piston here. Basically, first things first, I need to get Sissel to be able to get there. Does she put down the flashlight? Yes. Okay. That's as much as I need. Okay. Now, Sissel needs to get to the pistons, to the machine here to start this starter. which hopefully, because I have it large, medium, small, they'll adjust in a way that makes stairs, is the hope. What did I say? There, how about that?
Wow, this is great. You made a staircase for me.
You'd better hurry. I don't think that water is gonna wait for you. Really good, like, carrying somebody on her back animation. Oh, wow, this is crazy.
Ow! Now the steam is getting in the way. It's too hot to get through.
What?
There's no way to go around either. Think you can do something? Of course we can.
We have to. Alright, so from what I saw, the one on the bottom there, this one? Nope. This pipe here doesn't have like a fast spout. Yep, so she can crawl a little bit.
Look at this. If I swap the pipes,
It changes how the steam comes out, huh?
oh, I get it. Because the cracks in each pipe are different, right?
So each pipe sprays out the steam in a different way, eh? I bet that'll come in handy. So now what we want to do... Oh, wait, we're fine, actually. Now we swap these. Oh, but that's too much. Hold up. Can Sissel get up there? No, this is a missile-only job. Okay, let's look at these for a second. We got one that shoots big and shoots... Okay, so what we want to do, actually, is swap these. Hold up. No, that's not right. Oh man, this is tough. Okay.
Here comes that water again. Oh, I wish I could drink it all up for you.
No, Missile, it's too salty. I think the more relevant point is he's dead, so we can't drink it.
Whatever, just do something about this steam. Leave it to me, Miss Lynn. Thanks, Missile.
Okay, wait a second. So they can walk on that. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that trips me up because I can't look at it in real time. As soon as I go back, it all stops, right? I wonder if there's probably no fifth one, but it's hard for me to visualize it all and then have to do it without seeing it, you know? And plus with the time crunch on top of it all. Yeah, this is gonna rise. I don't think that... So I have to have a walkway here, right?
Oh no, the water's getting really close now. Not that I can see all that with all this steam in here.
Missile, switch the pipes so you can get across. Okay, so let's think about this for 1 second. I need walkable pipes here, so that means I need short spouting pipes on the top two.
That's right, don't give up, Miss Lynn.
My back's really starting to hurt. And I don't think there's another short spouting pipe. I hate having to swap them like this. This is where I'm gonna get completely stuck. Because I can't visualize it. Yeah, it's just like, there we go. No, I'm filled up. Damn it. I thought that was it. But I went back and it filled up. Couldn't take a little warm mist.
Hey, that was no warm mist. It was boiling hot steam.
Anyway, looks like you're the key player for this one, Missile.
But I don't think my powers alone are going to be enough.
Okay, so we do have to have Sissel in the mix. Okay, that's all I needed to hear. Oh, Sissel's already right here. When I was playing, Sissel was down there. Okay, they put Sissel up here for me to teach the game. Alright, cool, good stuff. Appreciate it. Thank you, game. That actually did an insane amount of help. Like you don't even know. Okay, so I can actually... Okay, I see. Okay, here's what we got. We can turn off one of them completely, right? So all we gotta do is now swap this one. You're probably supposed to operate... Yeah. So that Sissel could get up here. There. How does that look? There we go. We just had to be able to turn this off. Yeah. It looks great. All that horrible steam is cleared out of the way. Okay, it's not far now. Try to move forward. Happy to know that it couldn't have been done the way that I was doing it. Look up there. If I can just make it to that door, we can escape. Those pipes have to be hot? Yeah, our hands are burning. Now how am I gonna get up there? Don't yell at me. If you wanna yell, you can yell at me. Missile, how can I yell at you when you're so sweet about it? I think you just did. Let's look for something to pull Miss Lynn up with. Yes, something to whisk Miss Lynn up and glide her ever so gently to the top with. Hey, are you being sarcastic? Okay, so we do have a hook here. So if we work our way up this way. Nope. I gotta move Missile out of the way. Open this fuse box. Can I open this door? If I can get this door open, Lynn can escape. Can't budge it. It must be stuck or something. I guess we'll have to wait for Lynn to use her miraculous power on it, but first we have to get her up here. I probably can't operate the chain on its own? Oh, I can. Okay. Alright, now this is what I'm talking about. Love the foothold. Okay, raise away. Typical me overthinking. Thinking I was gonna have to do a whole thing with that. Oh, it's stuck. Door's stuck. Sorry, I can't do it. Open it, hurry. Is that any way to ask for something? It's no use. I can't budge it. It must be stuck. Oh no. No. What the hell? What the hell? Inspector Gadget? What just happened? I can't believe my eyes. Lynn and the little lady suddenly vanished, leaving only darkness and seawater. The submarine continues to sink down into the deep, deep sea. But I still want to try and make my way up as far as possible. I still want to head up to find a single ray of light to illuminate the truth at the bottom of this deep, deep darkness. Alright, pump the brakes a little bit, Sissel. Let's go ahead and save. Check in, how's everybody doing? That was a good chapter. That submarine stuff was crazy. I loved the torpedo. That was my favorite part. This is going crazy. Chapter 17, 5:10 a.m. We spent nearly an hour on that sub. These last few chapters are meaty as fuck? Yeah, they are. The upended submarine continues to sink, slowly but surely. A long, long journey to the bottom of the sea. Lynn and the little lady found the darkness and the salt water closing in on them. But at the very last second, something saved them. Now it looks down at them quietly. My head is filled with one giant question. What in the world is this thing? Oh, it's inanimate objects. It's a ghost. Cool. Oh, it's that Pokemon that's Gears. Oh, whoa. Whoa! Whoa. I see you managed to survive, detective. Hey, you are... Excuse my appearance. I seem to have lost my body. Oh, and you there? You're the ghost who's been saving Lynn all evening, aren't you? You knew about me all along? Of course. What else would explain all these unnatural things happening? If you knew, how come you didn't do anything about it all this time? And how come you decided to save us all of a sudden? I thought you wanted to get revenge on us. I don't really know. Please, you gotta tell me. I need to know. Who in the world are you? Sissel, look at you. What happened? I can't hold on to that image of myself any longer. You can't remember who you are? That's right. I came all this way tonight trying to chase down my lost memory. For quite a bit of tonight, I thought I was you, Sissel. Sissel? My name isn't Sissel. I bet you'll remember really soon who you are and who I am, too. What? The man in front of me is not me. I'm even further away from the truth. Or maybe not. Something's stirring in my mind. A memory about to emerge. Do I know this man? Now that I've shed my image of myself, I feel like I'm one step closer to the truth. Love that. Love the sit. So good. They got us good. It's all over for this submarine. Its engine room is destroyed, there's a hole in the hull, and it's sinking as we speak. What are you doing here? I thought you had a deal with those people. They betrayed me. I was a fool to trust them. They already have what they wanted now. The Temsic fragment. I didn't know they had it all figured out. You mean they figured out the source of your powers? Yeah. That meteorite's radiation has two effects on living creatures. It gives power and time. If you don't mind, we'd like to hear more. Radiation power's effect. These 10 years, I've been watching that junkyard superintendent do his research, and I think I've kind of got some of it figured out. The meteorite's radiation gives spirits special powers, like possessing and manipulating objects, and in my case, swapping objects. Exactly. Apparently, there are individual differences in the powers we get, and it seems these powers change as time goes by. They do? Yeah, my powers have changed over these past 10 years. At first, I could only manipulate small, living creatures. Now then, how do you suppose we got these powers? It's simple. It is? How then? In a nutshell, we died while exposed to the energy emitted by the meteorite. It's radiation. That's what does it? Dying while being exposed to the radiation? On that day, 10 years ago, what's up, H-Don? Missile, yeah, is one of the flames, one of the ghosts. A fragment of that meteorite pierced my heart, and I died. So of course I received special powers.
Hey, wait a minute.
There you go, there he is.
Is that how I got my powers too? You know, you might be right.
Because he died in the hole of the radiation. For sure.
Aren't the Temsic remnants still right there in that park at the bottom of the crater?
You're right. So that must mean I must have died in the presence of the meteorite's radiation, too. Radiation's time effect. Another effect the meteorite's radiation has on us is that it gives us time. Again, I think this time effect is centered around the theme of death, but it's not all that clear. What's up, Drugs? What's going on here? For me to even try to explain it, it would probably take an hour to an hour and a half. This is like the final chapter of the game. I'm sorry. I love you. I'm not even gonna try to explain it, just because we are so deep at this point that I couldn't even try. Again, but feel free to sit and give it a try. It's also, hey, you can play it on your iPhone. It's a brilliant game. I'm loving it. So the fact that I can return to 4 minutes before a person's death is another effect of that meteorite. One of the characteristics of that meteorite is its ability to replay the moment of death.
Replay the moment of death? Oh, this is all strange and confusing. I can't take it all in. It makes about as much sense to me as anything else.
Yeah, strange and confusing. That just about sums up the object that pierced through my body that day. Thanks to that meteorite fragment, my very existence is a contradiction. What do you mean? That day, when the fragment pierced my heart, I lost my life. However, because it remained inside of me, that fragment continued to constantly regenerate my body. In other words, my body was continuously cycling between the moments that separated my life and death.
What?
My body's vital functions stopped 10 years ago. But my body's time is perpetually stopped at the moment just before death. Time just stopped, huh? So I just simply existed, not really alive and not really dead. That pretty much sums up these last 10 years for me. Ever since that incident in the park. My body hasn't aged a day. My hair hasn't grown an inch. Come to think of it, that old pigeon guy mentioned something. He said he couldn't cut this guy's body with the scalpel.
So I guess, as soon as an incision was made, his body would be regenerated. Wow.
Now for the revenge. Before I left this country, I wanted to do one thing. I wanted to get revenge on the people who stole our lives.
Our lives?
As part of the deal, I made those guys promise to cooperate.
Cooperate? You mean the kidnapping?
It all went fine. I manipulated the justice minister and made him issue the execution order. But I thought he might call off the execution at the last second. So that's why you wanted his daughter kidnapped.
But they kidnapped the wrong girl.
Little did I know, they had their own reasons for cooperating with me.
Huh?
Their objective was to wipe out everybody who had to do with Temsic. Detective Jowd was one such person, so they were happy to cooperate. Inspector Cabanella and that junkyard super, they were slated to be wiped out too. And as it turns out, I was one of their targets as well. So they stole my Temsic fragment, and here I am. But they had one more, final target. You, detective.
Me?
If you weren't there in that park on that day 10 years ago, I never would have thought of doing something as stupid as taking a hostage.
Oh, okay. But I was just a little kid playing in the park.
You don't cut the music right before that line? Yeah, I know.
Huh?
10 years later, and you'd become a detective, looking into Jowd's case. Tonight, I invited you to a quiet spot on the edge of town. It was a trap, you see. I told you who I was. You never saw my face that day 10 years ago, so of course you didn't recognize me. I took possession of you to make you shoot me. Yeah, his hair's kind of unforgettable, right? Lightning bolt Marge Simpson looking ass. Your subconscious resisted me. Such incredible power. It was the first time I wasn't able to control somebody completely. Oh, that's why she missed the first shot. It wasn't that she was sad. The aim was off, and the first shot missed the mark. The junkyard was equipped with security cameras. I knew you'd be wanted for murder. That was my plan, anyway. But they had other ideas. They simply wanted you wiped out. But then, something threw a big monkey wrench into their scheme. I showed up. Of course he dies with this dumpy in the air. Yeah. I was supposed to meet up with them after that. What's up, Magnus? But then something went wrong. What happened? My body disappeared. Huh. The inspector in white was responsible for that one. My precious bargaining chip was in that body. I had to get it back, no matter what. That inspector caused me no end of trouble.
But why were those people targeting me? I never even heard of the Temsic meteorite.
Because you were looking into the Jowd case. They thought you would find out about Temsic sooner or later. We're still on the submarine. And that's pretty much the whole story. The only thing left to do now is wait for water pressure to crush this sub.
Oh no!
There are no cores that link from here to the water's surface. I have an idea. We hook up the phone line and... There are no communication cables down this deep. They meant for this submarine to be my coffin. A coffin for the dead. As opposed to the coffin for the living. There's no escape.
I think I kind of understand now. What you've been feeling these 10 years?
You what?
This feeling. Cut off from the world, all alone in a submarine, sinking slowly toward the bottom of an endless sea. This must be how you felt all along. Lynn? Camilla! Is it true? We're stuck here? What? Oh, If my dad was here, I bet he'd save us. Oh, Camilla, I'm so sorry.
That's funny. What is it, Sissel? There's something I don't understand. Why would they go to all the trouble of detaching the control room? What? Why didn't they just steal the Temsik fragment and escape, if that's what they wanted? Why did they have to jettison your body off into the sea? That's a good question. But I guess it doesn't matter why now. We'll never find it again. We have no idea where it was launched to.
Wait a minute. Yes, we do.
The pocket watch!
This'll tell us where Detective Jowd is.
That present from the inspector in white.
That's right. Detective Jowd told me to hold on to it for him. And the bullet is still in this person's body in the command room, right? Then we should be able to tell exactly where it is with this.
But even if we find out where it is, how do we get there?
We should be able to figure something out between the three of us. With our powers, right, Miss Lynn?
Right.
Oh, and wait a minute. What about a torpedo?
A torpedo?
In any case, it's way too early to give up.
It looks like Detective Jowd is our last hope.
Come on, let's get started.
Wait, do radio waves work underwater? I don't know. In the Ghost Trick world, they do. And I think that's all that matters. I don't really want to talk to Camilla right now. I don't really want to talk to Missile right now. Okay. Oh, the grapes! Nice, that's cute. So we'll go to the grapes. And that'll get... Oh, we can go to the phone. But the communication lines are... Oh, I can go to the torpedo room. Okay, sick.
Torpedo room, huh?
There might be another torpedo left there. I'll go check it out.
Oh, I get it. You're gonna use a missile to ram the control room.
Well, I don't know about ram. We don't want to blow Detective Jowd up, but something like that.
We'll climb up to the torpedo room, too. Up is definitely safer.
Okay, I'll see you there then. This is neat. Let's go.
It looks like the torpedoes can be launched manually with these switches. There are 2 tubes, so there should be 1 more left. I guess the first thing we have to do is load it into the tube. When it comes to missiles, you can count on me.
Because that's the dog's name.
I'll enter the coordinates of the command room into the torpedo. And I just turned on the backup power. We ought to be able to use the switches now.
Okay, let's try it.
Good luck.
Alright, what do we got? This switch won't budge. Maybe it's broken? I don't think the entire device is broken, though. Probably work just fine if I could only move... If only I could move this switch. We'll just have to find a way to move it somehow. But I can't do it with my powers alone. Okay. Well, is Missile on this? Yeah.
What'll happen to these 2 ladies?
I think that's up to us and our powers.
What?
This is no time to be standing around unsure of ourselves. Will you lend me your strength, Missile?
Me? Of course I will. Count on it.
Okay. Now it's Missile time. And I don't think going down here is going to do anything for me, but I might as well look. No. Okay. So this is just the stuff from earlier in the game. Okay. If we... I can't lower this one either. Can I? Oh, I can! But I can't lower the top one. Okay, hold up. You go here. You go here. And you can swap those 2, because the top one can move. Or the bottom one. Now the bottom one. The bottom one could move. Now the top one can move. Because of the missile swap. There we go. There we go. That torpedo looks serviceable.
All set on this end, too. But something's odd.
What is?
The command room. It looks like it's slowly sinking.
Sinking?
Yeah, like it's completely run out of power. I wonder what happened.
I don't know, but I guess I'll find out.
Right. Okay, hop into the missile. I'll launch it for you.
Okay, thanks. And away we go.
I've already set the torpedo's course. It'll head toward the command room where Detective Jowd is. 12 seconds after launching, it'll pass by the command room for an instant. That instant will be your window of opportunity to jump over to the command room.
Okay, got it. And then we'll find a way to come back and save you. That'll probably be my last task tonight. Just hold on until we get back. Oh, right, because at dawn, I'm done. Okay, come on, Missile. Missile?
I'm sorry, I can't go.
What?
I just can't. How could I leave? I can't leave Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla behind. I can't do it.
Missile.
I swapped the switches so the missile can be launched. You'll have to do the rest, Sissel.
I can't do it either. Can't ask Missile to come with me after that. I understand exactly how he feels.
I want you to go, Missile. What? But, Miss Lynn! You staying here won't change our fate. But if you go with Sissel, you might be able to make something happen. And that's our only hope. But what if that something doesn't happen? I'll never be able to see you again. Never, ever again. Even I can understand that. I couldn't stand that. Don't worry, Missile. Miss Camilla? I just know you and Sissy can make something happen. I believe in you. I'll be right here waiting for you. We'll see each other then. Don't worry. Miss Camilla.
All right. Two-man trip.
That's a good boy, Missile. Now are you ready? Remember, it's 12 seconds after I throw this switch.
We're ready.
Sissel,
Yes?
we never found out who you really were. But that doesn't matter now. All I know is, I'm truly glad I met you tonight. Thank you for everything.
And I'm glad I met you, Detective.
But we're gonna see each other again, right, Sissy? Right, Missile?
That's right. We promise, little lady.
Of course we will. I'll never forget you, no matter what happens.
Here goes, then. For those that haven't been here for the whole thing, at dawn, their ability as ghosts vanishes, right? So as soon as dawn hits, they leave the world. They pass on. And so this is effectively goodbye.
Good luck, friend.
After dawn hits, they don't matter. They aren't even supposed to, like, be around anymore. These 12 seconds are lasting an eternity. I strive to think of a way to save Lynn and the little lady the whole time. But how can a ray of light, of hope, reach this far down into the deep sea? Before I can think of an answer, the 12 seconds are up. Tic-tac. Whoop. Cool. I honestly am kind of happy that they don't make you do it. That was a cool, like, cutscene showing. Detective Jowd!
I bet that big masked man did this. I'm gonna bite him.
You'd better not. You might break your teeth. The command room's lost power, and it's sinking. So I wonder what this masked man is going to do.
Let's talk to Detective Jowd.
Too busy wiping tears to do trick time? Yeah. Sorry for the wait, Detective Jowd. Who are you? Are you Sissel? Please excuse my appearance. I can't believe you made it here. How is Camilla? And what about Lynn? Well, it's kind of a long story. I told Detective Jowd about everything that happened on the submarine Yonoa. So the submarine is badly damaged? Why would he do that to his own submarine? I wish I knew. I know the answer to that one. It's because he's afraid of my powers. You followed us? I didn't even notice. It's been 10 long years, Detective Jowd. Are you Yomiel? So you remember me, do you? How could I possibly forget? So that's your real name, huh? Yomiel? That's right. But those people on the Yonoa were calling you Sissel. That's just an alias I was using for my deal with them. I didn't see any need to tell them my real name. Could you do me a favor? Would you let me ask you some questions? Been trying to find out my true identity all night. Sure, go ahead. I'm sure there's plenty we can still tell you. Right, Detective Jowd? Right. 10 years ago, you were a top systems engineer, weren't you?
Systems engineer? What's that? By the way, I'm the top Pomeranian, you know.
Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a dog, but it's a person who's good at using computers. I don't mean to brag, but I was one of the best in the industry. That's how I got roped into joining that project. Project? What project? It was a project aimed at reorganizing the nation's top secret information. The goal was to build a new system using multi-dimensional programming theory. I was asked to join the project by an agent of the government.
It doesn't sound like something a top Pomeranian would know anything about.
To me, it just sounded like another challenging job. However, this project was also the target of a secret plot. I bet you can imagine the kind of crime the nation's top secrets might attract. I never thought for the life of me I'd ever have to deal with spies. It was never made public, but every organization in the country moved on this one. And then, one day, the name of a certain programmer emerged as a suspect. I was the guy who built the core of the system. The police arrested you, and then that incident happened. He escaped from the interrogation room and took little Lynn as a hostage. By the way, Detective Jowd, when was it that I was proven innocent? About 6 months after your death. I'm so sorry, Yomiel. 10 years ago, my soul was split from my body, and I lost everything. I was sealed in eternal darkness, sanity's requiem. I existed in this world, no question about that. But nobody noticed my presence. What good were my powers? They didn't help anybody. Not even the passage of time could heal my pain. In fact, it only made it worse. I wanted to disappear, but I wasn't even allowed to do that. The way Lynn described it is exactly right. Sinking, slowly, toward the bottom of an endless sea. An overwhelming feeling of loneliness and despair, And I wanted all of you to suffer what I was suffering. And so that's why you murdered Alma. That's right. I wanted you to know what it was like to lose everything you cared about. I wanted you to feel the same pain that I felt. What? It was the twisted wish of a mind poisoned by infinite loneliness. And then, as I was plotting my revenge, I had an idea. I came up with a plan to use these powers of mine to make a deal. There's something I just don't understand about that deal. I'm sure your powers would be very valuable to them, but what would you get out of the deal? A new life. Life? I asked them for 2 conditions. Number 1 was that they help me with my revenge plot. And the second was a rebirth for me. Rebirth? A new beginning, eh? I didn't care if it was a fake life, an artificial life. I just wanted a physical receptacle for my soul. A name, an identity, an everyday life. I wanted to grow old in a society that would accept me. And finally, I wanted to die, surrounded by loving family. That's the kind of life I asked them for. A completely man-made life. That's right, I knew I couldn't hope for anything more than that. To make it all come true, I knew it would take a lot of money and a lot of power. That's why I decided to ask a national government to help me. And their response, in the end, was betrayal. They were making their moves much more carefully than I suspected. They sent spies to this country and researched my powers on their own. And they even figured out what Temsic was all about. And you had no idea they were doing all this. None at all. I was a fool. So then, why did they go through all the trouble of making a deal with you? Why didn't they just steal a hunk of the Temsic meteorite from the park? They couldn't. Huh? After the manipulator incidents, research was conducted in this country, too. A report, I'll tell you in a bit. A report was submitted to the government about the source of the manipulator's power. I have 2. By Inspector Cabanella and the old pigeon guy, eh? At first, the government didn't believe the report. But then, they decided to put the park under surveillance, just in case. Surveillance, huh? It just looks like an ordinary, peaceful park, but there are armed agents there at all times. Don't tell me that odd leaflet guy's one of them. No, not him. He's just a plain old odd person. That park is like a silent battlefield, on an international scale. So that's why they couldn't steal the Temsic meteorite. And lately, under the pretense of building a housing site, they've been working on a plan to destroy that park in order to secure the Temsic meteorite. So that's it, eh? So the upshot of your grand deal was this, eh? Yeah, it's the ending I deserve. But at least there's one thing you must be happy about. What's that? You've managed to seal me away at the bottom of the sea forever. Well, shall we get started? Started with what? Bring Detective Jowd back to life, of course. What? What good will that do now?
But we promised. We promised Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla we'd save them.
And we can't do that without you, Detective Jowd. I've been guided by fate tonight to this place. I won't give up now. All right, fine. Let's see where it leads us. Here we go, then. Back to 4 minutes before your death. One last time. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So, where are we headed? We're not headed anywhere, Detective.
What?
There was only enough fuel on board to launch us away, Detective. We will run out soon, and that will be our destination, Detective.
What are you talking about? That would mean that you're trapped here too. Yo!
By the way, I am not human, Detective. I am a remote-controlled robot, Detective.
What? Your country's use of technology is just
Plain off. We get that a lot, Detective.
Why would you go to all the trouble to do this? There's nothing but a shell here. It's hardly a threat anymore.
Commander Sith likes to provide against any possibility, no matter how small, Detective.
Possibility? What are you talking about?
There's no need for you to know, Detective.
Yeah, Commander Sith. I think they mentioned it one time in the last episode. Yeah, the big guy with the big nose and the big eyebrows, bushy eyebrows.
Now it is time to say goodbye, Detective. In the end, your fate remains the same, it seems, Detective.
Camilla, forgive me. Oof. Hold on a sec. He's a robot, which means he's technically inanimate. It isn't over yet. It isn't? Remember what that big masked man said? Any possibility, no matter how small? Possibility. In other words, there must be a chance here somewhere. The possibility of turning this situation around. Eating that Tic Tac was a horrible idea. I was like salivating like crazy as I was trying to talk and read. Alright, what do we got? Huh? What is it, Detective? Look at Yomiel's shell. There's no aura emanating from his body. Of course there isn't. The Temsic fragment's gone. Could this change in his shell give us some kind of lead? Nice. I figured it out. I know what this possibility, no matter how small, is that they're afraid of. What is it? My time was perpetually stopped thanks to the power of Temsic. His body cycled between the moments that separated his life and death. Right, but not anymore. The Temsic fragment has been taken away. Exactly. So what does that mean? I get it. Your body won't come back to life anymore. The moment the Temsic fragment is removed, my shell became a regular corpse. So let's see. That means we can go back? Back to 4 minutes before your death? But wait a minute. Exactly when is that death? That's simple. We'll find out. When we get there, let's move. Oh, God. Oh, God. Just let this song sink in for a second. Everybody ready? Legit time gate. I fell back through the cracks of time for what seemed like forever. And then I saw it. The final death at the end of this long night. Who exactly am I? I've already seen all of the clues. All I have to do now is remember. The final journey to the truth starts now. Oh, they're gonna hit me with this? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Final chapter. Let's go. When was Yomiel's death? It was 10 years ago, when the Temsik meteorite fell. We traveled back through time, and now we're here, at the scene of that death. The start of it all is about to replay itself. 5:26 p.m., Temsik Park. Holy shit.
It's ready.
Hold it. Give it up. Do you really think you can outrun me? Now just calm down and drop that weapon. Stay back! If you come any closer, I'll shoot her. Huh? Oh, kitten. Shoo, you might get hurt. Dude, that's a sick animation, too. It's like a diamond. Okay. Yep. Are you okay? You're all right now. Are you hurt?
You saved me, mister.
I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you.
What's your job, mister?
Me? I'm a police detective. So that's the Temsik meteorite, eh? It's beautiful. Looking at it from this angle, it changed all of our fates completely. We can't stop Temsik from falling from the sky, but we might be able to protect you from that fragment and save your life. I don't know. What's the matter, Detective Jowd? To be perfectly honest, I'm scared. If that meteorite fragment doesn't get him, I'm pretty sure I would have shot him. We might not be able to change your fate of dying. I can accept that. What I did is inexcusable. No matter how the future might change, that fact will never go away. If my fate is to die here, then I accept that. This will be our last battle against fate. Beyond that will be a new future.
Okay, let's get started.
Missile probably wasn't even alive. Now, how are we gonna save you? If Lynn would just wander off somewhere, that would solve everything. When a sweet potato is almost ready, she's not gonna budge from that spot. But you know, it makes me wonder. No, I know how he's here. I know that he's here, like, in the ghost crew. But, I mean, like, the actual puppy Missile is probably not alive at this point in time. Like, the same way that, like, Camilla's probably not alive. Although I'm not sure about Camilla. A little girl, all alone in the park, listening to music and roasting a sweet potato. What kind of childhood did this girl have?
Doesn't everybody have at least one day in their life like that? Give her a break.
Anyway, if Lynn won't budge from that spot, then we'll just have to make the fragment move instead. Okay, so... well, we can missile up. Sweet potatoes are fire. Man, soak in this music. It's gonna be a long time until we hear it again. Which is like never. This is probably the last time we might ever hear this song. I can't reach it! I can't reach it! Ooh! Roasted sweet potato. You know what? That kinda looks like a ghost trick bullet. You know what? That kind of looks like a ghost. You know what I was thinking about this? Mushroom Lantern, I was thinking about the ghost trick bullet. And you know what would look like a bullet? The top half of a plastic Easter egg. I was thinking about this over the course of the past week. And I know that that's like a much crazier hoop to jump through. But if it was like there was an Easter basket on the table and you had to crack the Easter egg open and the top half of the Easter egg was there, then I would have went, that looks like a bullet. But the like D, not a bullet.
What are you doing? You're gonna hurt poor Miss Lynn's ears.
Yeah, it'd be a lot more natural for this scene. All you have to do is frame the whole game around Easter, a very famous holiday in Japan. I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking. You really startled her. You haven't made her drop her sweet potato. I know how much this girl loves her food, too. Anyway, at least her fate has changed, albeit ever so slightly. I wish you had more kick streamer in the head buttons like Jesse does. There's a reason for that. I would never subject myself to that. Alright. Rock the basket. Okay, we got a sweet potato. We got a spray nozzle here. Man pissing, urinating, and toilet sound effect HQ high quality sounds? Yeah, it couldn't be me. I love it though. You're gonna have to make do with gaming and air horn. Those are the two. Those are the two that you got. So alright, so we got a regular sweet potato here. We got a roasted sweet potato here. We got headphones we can turn up. And this looks like a bullet. Yeah! You motherfucker farting at me? Oh, I was there. That was horrible. If you ever pulled some shit like that here, if you ever, you dare! Can I swap the bullet? Maybe not.
It's about time for that meteorite to come down.
Oh, we have to change the fragment's path somehow. Looks like both paths and fates can be difficult things to change. There has to be a way.
If we work together, you and me, I thought we'd be able to do something.
Thought? That's funny. I wonder why he's using the past tense. Because there was never a bullet. It was the meteorite, you stupid dummy. Yeah, exactly. Yomio doesn't even shoot. Okay, here's what we got. We got a roasted sweet potato here. What in the world is this thing? Oh boy, you even forgot what a sweet potato is? It's a roasted root vegetable. It's good. There's nothing like them on a cold winter's day.
They're sweet and they smell delicious.
These guys sure are making me want to try one. Okay. I can rock this basket. Which sends that further over. I didn't see it go all the way over. And then I shoot it. And then I go to my boy Missile. And I swap to here, to here, to here. Can't reach. Okay. Hold on. I was supposed to stay with the... One sec. I was supposed to stay with the sweet potato. Hold up. so that I could get down to the other nozzle and shoot it up. Okay. Get me here. Get me here. Be the sweet potato, exactly. Get me to the sweet potato. And actually, we want to swap here. Activate the nozzle. Swap back to the sweet potato so that we end up here. Good. Swap here. Spray higher.
Oh! Look at that sweet potato! That big scary sweet potato!
That's not a sweet potato missile, that's Mino.
Oh, all right, of course. But look at them, the potato and Mino. Right now they both have the same shape.
So you're saying you could swap them, huh? Good idea, Missile.
Okay, here I go, and I'm gonna need your help.
My help? Okay. Can't reach. So I'm gonna actually need to move. Can I move? Can I reach? He is gonna need his help. Okay. Now I can probably reach. If I go like this, and I go like this. Yep. And then I swap here, and I spray higher. And I swap, and I go here, and I go up to Mino, and I swap them. Bonk. That was quite a sight to see. It looks like this park just got a new feature.
But neither one of them even glanced this way.
Guess that's not surprising, seeing as even a meteorite didn't distract them. Hey, it was a desperate situation. Kill or be killed. And Yomiel is killed right after this by the meteorite. Well, now that the park has a new feature, can we use it to our advantage in any way? We need to be able to get that. Because the meteorite hits this and shatters it as it comes down to the ground. But I won't be able to spray this higher. It's no use, I can't get any water to come out.
Well, we can see why not.
Yeah, the overwhelming presence of Mino here. If only we could use it to our advantage somehow. And I can't move anywhere, so Sissel's done. Sissel can't go anywhere. This is a missile time now? But I can't reach that, and I can't reach that. But he can't reach it. He's stuck. My man's stuck.
Oh, poor Miss Lynn.
I'm sorry.
If you're so sorry, then put her down.
Alright now, Missile. I was really out of my head that day. Well, we can talk about all of this later. Temsic meteorite's gonna fall very soon. Before that happens, I have to think of a way to do something about that fragment.
And I'll do everything I can do to help too.
So I can't. There's nothing I can do. I can't spray this any higher. Yep. Because Mino's stuck there. We got Missile, who can get up here, but doesn't have enough range to get there. Can get there. The sweet potato here isn't anything useful. I think we gotta go back. Yeah, I think this is probably gonna tell us that we're going back. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Let's take us back. I think crashing into that is not the plan. We want to put Mino on the right pedestal so that it guards the meteorite. You know what I mean? That's my thought right now, at least. I don't know if it's possible. Here we go. Yeah, block cancel the meteorite. Exactly. All right, now you come here to this. We trick. Just like that. Oh, look. The lamppost is bending.
But it hasn't broken yet.
It really is a wonder it hasn't snapped. It might just hold out for a little while longer. If I recall, the Temsic fragment smashed through the glass lantern on its way down. But if Mino sits firmly in its way, then fate should change. I mean, is there anything else I have to do? What? Yeah, I already read this. Am I just waiting now? I hope there's not like one last step that I'm neglecting to consider. I guess we see. Here we go.
It's about time for that meteorite to come down.
Don't worry, Missile. I think we're ready for it. Look what's right in front of the fragment's path.
Oh, okay, that giant sweet potato. If anything can get in the way, that ugly monster can.
Ouch. Anyway, now that the fragment's path ought to change. Okay, I think we're okay. Yeah, the meteorite knocks Mino over and squashes both of them. I considered that. There. How's that?
Look, the fragment's course. It changed a little.
Now Yomiel's fate should really change. Wait a minute. Take another look at the fragment's trajectory. Now that it's changed, what's in its path? In its path? No! The little cat? Oh, no, okay. Jowd. Right in the knee, baby. Ugh. Detective Jowd! The Temsic fragment shot through his leg. What? But the cruel twists of fate weren't over yet. That was my chasing leg! Come on, put it down. Huh? Jowd, put the gun down, now! If you don't, you're going to shoot him. I don't know if it's his detective training or what, but even though he's shaking from the pain, his gun doesn't waver. Put the gun down! No. I knew it. This is my true fate. In the end, I stole his life away with my own hands.
I won't let that happen.
Missile, the bullet stopped in midair.
I'm here, inside the bullet. Now let's swap it with something.
What? With what? Detective Jowd, the meteorite fragment is what made you pull the trigger. We won't let you become a murderer. We have to prove the murder isn't the detective's true fate. I had a feeling it was gonna happen. It was sitting right there. If anything, I called it. What was I saying? I called it. That's what I did. I was one step ahead of the game. And to do that, we have to stop this bullet. There must be something with the same shape as the bullet around here. Ah yes, the Easter eggs inside the Easter egg basket. Yeah, that one stage was just a tutorial level for what ghost trick bullets look like. Dude, he got fucking impaled! Oh no. We stopped the bullet, but we still couldn't save him. That's not true. My fate of getting pierced through the back might not have changed, but I'm still alive. What? I'm not dead. I'm just unconscious. Okay, so your fate of death has changed, but still, this fate is just too painful to watch, in every sense. I don't think so. As long as I'm alive, that's good enough for me. But we were overlooking one thing. The wheel of fate was still slowly turning. One very large, small thing. Yeah. Yeah. Wake up! You gotta get out of there! Damn it. My leg won't work.
It's all over. We're out of time. Miss Lynn?
It's not over yet.
But there isn't anything else to swap with.
don't we just let it play out and then try to find another way next time? Even if she dies, all you have to do is possess her corpse, and then you can redo her last 4 minutes as many times as it takes. No, I won't do that. Why not? Sure, the fact of her death would be erased, but her memory of it would remain, like a scar on her psyche. I won't let that happen. Not if I can help it.
But what can we do now? Even if we work together?
I think there might be something that can be done.
What is it? What can Sissel and I do?
Don't forget, I'm here too. With 3 kinds of powers among us, we ought to be able to fight for this battle. This battle against the fate of death. Yomiel! Sissel, your power is manipulating objects. Use your power to manipulate this. Huh? I don't get it. Just trust me, let's go! Alright, I'll try to move there. Boom, boom. Now, gather your strength and make it spray as if your life depended on it. I'm dead, though. In that case, make it spray as if your death depended on it. Give it your all. And remember, you'll only have a split second. Okay, now do it. Got it. Not all over me, you idiot. Now it's your turn, Missile.
What? Me? But what can I do?
I think you know the answer to that.
Okay, got it.
You can swap them. That hunk of concrete will go back to its original position.
But even if I swap them, it'll still right be above Miss Lynn.
Don't worry.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll swap them.
Oh, ignore this. Ignore this. Ignore that. Nothing happened. We got an extra split second.
It's no use. We can't stop that horrible Mino.
What can we do now? I don't see as how gaining a second or 2 helped. Oh, it helped all right. Those few seconds were exactly what I wanted. Last up, it's my turn. Your turn. Him. You know what my power is, right? I can manipulate living creatures. Wait a minute, you mean... That's right, I'm gonna save that little girl. Save her by manipulating my own unconscious body. You gods. Ah, you're awake. That was a good callback joke.
Hey, mister. Is your knee okay?
Huh? Oh, it'll be fine. It's just a scrape. I'm lucky it wasn't a fatal hit, but the main thing is that you're not hurt.
You saved me, mister?
I was just doing my job. The gods, they're the ones who saved you.
What's your job, mister?
Me? I'm a police detective. Do you think you could go call the police for me? I think you could do it quicker than I could.
But... What's that?
This is a detective's badge. We give them to 2 children who have been very brave.
A detective's badge? Thanks!
Okay, you know what to do, little detective. Are you alive? Yeah. Sadly. Hang on. Help is coming. What made you do such a reckless thing? To be perfectly honest, I don't really know. When I came to, my body was moving all by itself. It's as if somebody else was controlling me.
I see.
But you know, I'm glad it happened.
Hey, mister? I found this kitten. It was over there.
Come to think of it, I just saw it a few minutes ago. It's probably a stray.
It's kind of limp. Is it okay?
Weird phraseology for a small child to use. This poor kitten is kind of limp. I don't know. I think it's unconscious. That's funny. It doesn't look like it's injured or anything.
Poor little kitty.
How about if I take it to my house and look after it? Would you like to come home with me, little kitten? Well, looks like his fate just changed in a big way. Whose fate? That kitten's, of course. Sissel's. Sissel? The name Sissel echoes in my head. That's my real name. These long, lonely 10 years, you were my one and only friend. How about it? Do you remember now? Sick. Old friend. Huh? Oh, awesome portrait, too. I think I finally remember. 10 years ago, I was a little kitten that wandered into this park. I was weak and all alone in the world. Hold it! Somebody, please look at me. Huh? Oh, a kitten. Shoo, you might get hurt. Somebody, please reach a hand out to me. I had just only died at the time. I had lost everything. My life, my memory. My body wouldn't move anymore, but I still managed to reach out a hand to him. The next thing I knew, my soul had transferred to the black kitten. With no recollection of who I was, I lived as a cat with you for a while. After a while, the man regained his memory. I went back to being just a cat, and then the man got his body back. I took my body back from the morgue. There was somebody I just had to go see, just one more time. I took control of my body and hurried to her house. But I was just a little too late. I had just missed her as she left this world. She left me a note that said, "I'm coming to you, Yomiel." Goes too hard. Images that go too hard. The man named me Sissel. It was the name of something important he had lost, along with his life. His fiancée. He told me about it once, but I didn't understand what it was. Those 10 years were very happy for me, but they weren't happy for the man. And there was nothing I could do for him. For 10 years I wandered through the darkness with no particular place to go. As time passed, my powers gradually changed. At first, I could only manipulate small creatures and objects, but then after a while, I could manipulate people. That's when the darkness inside me deepened, and I started to get a little twisted. Alright, maybe not the time. I wanted light. Distorted, artificial light. When I got my revenge on Lynn, I could see that light. Or at least, that's what I tried to believe. I left my old self buried in that junkyard and walked away. Oh, that's how his body wound up on the bottom floor. The black cat. I was possessing Sissel then. It wouldn't look very much like a murder if the corpse got up and walked away after all. So you borrowed the body of your old friend. Sissel was inside that bag I was carrying tonight. I had no intention of leaving my friend behind in this country when I left. But then, when I went to possess his body, I realized something horrible. What was that? Sissel, there, inside the bag, was dead. What? The first shot that missed. I wasn't able to control her completely. The first bullet didn't hit anything. Or so I thought. But it did hit something, didn't it? It hit Sissel, inside that bag. Yes, that's when I lost my life. Right there in the presence of Temsic radiation. And that's when I got my powers of the dead, my ghost tricks. I think I understand it now. Why I was the only one who couldn't get his memory back? It was because I thought that corpse was me. It was the only corpse I could see at the time, after all. But as it turns out, it wasn't the only dead body. My true death was hiding just behind that corpse. Now that I think about it, do you remember what you said? That you knew all along about me saving Lynn tonight? If you knew, why didn't you try to stop me? It's simple. Because I couldn't, even if I wanted to. Huh? Why not? Remember the thing about individual differences in the powers we get? I can control all kinds of things, from the living to the dead. But even so, there are some things you can do that I can't. You mean, I can't even rewind time, let alone change the fate of a death. If I could do those things, I would have saved your life. Not only that, but I never would have just let my fiancé stay dead like that. But you're here 10 years in the past now. That's thanks to your powers. I just tagged along with you. In any case, now the starting point of this entire tragedy has changed dramatically, altering fate. The fate of your death, the kitten Sissel's fate, and I can just bet you the fate of the woman you love has changed too. Yes, I believe you're right. So this was the last fate to be averted, eh?
Yomiel, it looks like your plan for revenge ended in failure.
Yeah, and I'm glad, too. I think I kind of understand now. What you've been feeling these 10 years? She understood. She shed tears for me. That's when my revenge was over. She saved me from the darkness. Well, I guess it's time we got back. A new 10 years later was just born. Hey, a new 10 years later just dropped? Right. We should get back to our new present.
I can't wait to see Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla again.
So these past 10 years will now all vanish. Well, not completely. The memories of all of us here will remain, including the memory of what I did, my crime. That's the way this game of the dead works, eh? And no matter what the reason, there's no denying the fact that I took Lynn hostage and tried to point a gun at her. I have no intention of running away from that either. The most inexcusable crime in my new life. Hey, Sissel? Yeah? When we go back, our fates will no longer be interconnected. It'll be like we never met. So before that happens, I just wanted to say one thing. Tonight, I stole your life away with my own hands. I am truly sorry. That's already a thing of the lost past. Our fates have changed now. Right, Yomiel? Thank you, Sissel. I'm so very glad I met you. Me too, Yomiel.
Sissel, are we ever going to see each other again? I couldn't stand it if we weren't.
Don't worry, Missile. I bet we'll see each other again someday. 10 years from now, our paths are sure to cross. We'll just have to wait until then.
Sissel, I'll never forget you.
I'll never forget you either, valiant little doggy. Well, it looks like you come to live with me now. So let's be getting home, little black cat. Home, huh? That sounds good, Detective Jowd. We all witnessed the birth of a new beginning. And now, we're each going back to our own new present. We said goodbye to the parts of our stories that would be lost, believing that someday our paths would all cross again. Wait! Before you go back to a new present, I wanted to thank you. Before I cease to exist... Oh, it's you! Yes, it is I, Ray, in case you have forgotten again. Thanks to you, everything has turned out as I had hoped. I'm really grateful to you, Sissel. Thank you. But don't forget, I was only on a journey to find my own lost memory. Yes, I know that. I know all about you. Can I ask you a question, Ray? I want to know, who exactly are you? Fair enough. I'll tell you. Let me tell you about another version of tonight's events. One more. You changed the fates of many people tonight, the first of which was hers. One more twist for the road. If you had not been there for her tonight, her fate would have been to die in that lonely spot on the outskirts of town. If that had occurred, what do you suppose would have happened? Let me tell you a story. The story of a little creature. After they stole her life that night, they broke into her apartment. Oh, sick. They stole the wooden box from the ceiling hiding place and left. And in the process, two little dead bodies were left behind. However, the little fellow's spirit lived on. He desperately reached out his paw towards his mistress, and that's when a miracle occurred. What? Look at that! The powers of the dead? But how? He didn't really understand it himself. Not yet, anyway. But with all you know now, I bet you understand it, do you not? Hey, wait a minute. That's right. He died inside the aura of that strange energy. But unfortunately, with his meager powers, he was unable to save his little mistress. There just wasn't anything he could do with only the power to swap objects. He needed the power to manipulate objects in order to save the little lady. The little fellow chased after the men, but there still wasn't anything he could do. In the end, he was left behind with the man in the red in the deep, deep sea. And then he went back. He went back to the world of 10 years before, to the moment of the man in red's death. What? He decided to wait it out. No, that's kind of where I'm at, Nancy. Huh? He decided to wait until that night came again. And that's the other version of the story of this night. A story that has taken these 10 years to be retold. So that was you, huh? Oh! That's right. I'm Missile. 10 years is a very long time in dog years. You couldn't change the fates of these people on your own, so you decided to wait those 10 years out. Exactly, and then, at last, that fateful night rolled around again. By this time, I had grown old, and my powers were weak, so I decided I needed to find somebody to help me this time around. Somebody who possessed different powers than me. But wait a second. You were able to manipulate that desk lamp. Over the course of the long years, my powers changed. My ability to swap objects weakened, but I became able to manipulate small objects. But in that case, why didn't you cooperate with yourself? Because I couldn't. Huh? From watching the man in red, I found out there were individual differences in our powers. I couldn't do any of the things he could do. Like travel through the telephone lines, for example. What? It may not seem like much, but it's a very important power. Especially if you're trying to chase somebody. But there's something I don't understand. You knew from the very beginning that I had that power. How did you know so much about me? Why wouldn't I? After all, we had met before. On that night the first time around. Wait, what? We met before? From listening to the conversation of the two intruders to the apartment, I learned that Miss Lynn had lost her life at the junkyard on the edge of town. I followed the ghost world paths to the junkyard and came across an incredible scene. Imagine, if you will, there in the darkness, a twisting and swiveling desk lamp. He made my first stand on end, I can tell you. That was me? So I was shot on that night the first time around as well. You had lost your memory that time, too. You had just died and you felt confused. You declined to cooperate with me. I did what? I just want to find my own lost memory. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. That's what you said. And then you disappeared, away over the telephone line. I'm really sorry I didn't help you. That's why I decided that this time, I would use that desire of yours to our mutual advantage. Mutual advantage? The only thing you were interested in was finding your own lost memory. If I could guide you along the right path to doing that, we would both benefit. And namely, the right path would be the path to the man in red, to Yomiel. What? I gave you the information you needed to know to set you in the right direction. And then, I gave you a time limit. A time limit? That's right. As you know, I said you only had until tomorrow morning. If I hadn't done that, you wouldn't have found out the truth tonight. And the man in red would have been sealed away at the bottom of the sea forever. If that had happened, it would have all been over. Then, you mean that thing about ceasing to exist? Oh, that? Completely made up. A little naughty of me, I know. But I just wanted you to use your time wisely. Oh boy. I hate to admit it, but this little doggy really outsmarted me in every way. Let's just call it the wisdom that comes with age. And now it's time to say farewell. These past 10 years will cease to exist, and with them, so will I. Missile, I believed in you. I always knew you could do it, and so you did. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Missile, so you waited and waited these 10 long years, all for the sake of your two ladies, Lynn and Camilla, eh? Of course, because that's what doggies do. Now then, farewell, Sissel. And so the story of a single night came to an end. Nobody but us knew what had really happened in this town tonight. I made my way back to a new present. Hooray. Huh? How come it's dark? I'll just turn the lights on the lights here. Whew. Whew.
Were you surprised? You bet I was. You nearly scared me to death.
Get it, Death?
Yippee! It worked!
But it's not even my birthday today.
It was my mom's birthday the day before yesterday. I made this surprise for her, but it came out so well, I wanted to use it again.
That's all right, Lynn. After all, we're celebrating the birth of your new position as detective, right?
Really? Thank you, Detective Jowd. Dad, you're home!
Hi, Camilla. Let me introduce you. This is Lynn. She was just assigned to the detective division today.
Hi, Camilla. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Lynn. Congratulations on becoming a detective. Huh?
Is something wrong?
You have one of those badges too? Oh, this? Yeah. I have one just like it. My dad just gave it to me the other day. But yours looks a lot older than mine, though.
How long are you going to keep wearing that toy badge, Lynn?
What's wrong with it? To me, this is the real symbol of a detective.
It's been 10 years since then, hasn't it? Who would have guessed you'd actually become a detective one day?
When you gave me this badge, I just knew. I knew it was my destiny, somehow.
Destiny, eh?
And now that I'm a detective, I'll find out where that destiny will lead me.
That you will. That you will.
Oh, hello. Don't tell me you're that same little kitten.
That's right, the very one.
You know what? This is a very, very special cat. He's 10 years old, but he's still a kitten. Still a kitten? Yep, he never got any bigger or anything. Wow, what a mysterious little fellow. I know, right? His name is Sissel.
Sissel.
Seems to me I've heard that name somewhere before. I think Sissel likes you, Lynn.
All right, everyone, let's start the celebration.
Okay, Mom.
That's where the pink hair comes from. Hey.
I bet you're just like me. Your destiny led you here somehow, too. And so we meet again, Sissel.
From just that single night as a human, I got a glimpse into their world. And I learned something. Their fates, their lives, they were all interconnected. Somewhere, somehow, in some way. And now, this is my new fate. They each get their own full chicken. I guess I really am a cat. It suits me just fine to curl up and watch the strange and beautiful patterns of their life unfold. And it looks like I'll have plenty to watch here for quite a while. Let's go! Shoot, Takumi, you brilliant little motherfucker. Cabanella! Everybody hit your spins. Hey!
Gaming.
Happy birthday to our lovely Lynn.
Like I said, it isn't my birthday. Hey, Missile, I thought I asked you to stay home and guard the fort.
But birthdays are for celebrating together with friends and loved ones. Nothing like it, baby. Of course this motherfucker eats spaghetti. Of course his meal of choice is like a big old plate of spaghetti. So fucking good. Ew, Blue Detective, take it easy. There, how do you like that? Not bad, huh? But definitely not good. Maybe now I can be a great detective, just like Inspector Cabanella. What kind of example is the inspector providing for his men? Yeah, just fade that one to black. Fade that one to black.
Here's your food, gentlemen.
Memory, what are you doing here?
I heard you were going to be picking new members for the Special Investigation Unit today.
So you took on a part-time job here again just so you could eavesdrop?
Oh, you have no idea the lengths I'd go to reach my goals.
Shout out to Sayuri Shintani for the animation. And Mizuho Kageyama, Shinji Kaminaguchi, and Mizue, last name that I missed.
La la la, I've never cooked this way before. So exotic, so exciting. Turmeric, coriander, cumin, and fenugreek. Curried chicken paradise, la la la.
Is this really necessary, this new curried chicken menu item?
Oh, but our very best customer requested it. Now good luck with the taste testing.
Not the curry guy. Not old flaccid head. Oh boy, I don't think I could eat another bite. Just who exactly is this very best customer anyway? That shot was so good. Just sitting there, giving the side eye.
Are you sure we really need all these explosives?
Not to worry, Beauty, my dear. I followed the instructions exactly. 20 kilograms of gunpowder, just like it said.
Wait a minute, 20 kilograms? I thought it was 20 grams. And he's fucking rich. Gonna stuff the next marbles with Obra Dinn or Phoenix Wright? Go for it. They're tomorrow. Tomorrow, 7:30, marbles. Marbles, baby. New playthrough decided.
So this is where you work, huh, Papa?
That's right, sweetheart.
Yeah, both of them are gonna be added. Darling husband, don't you have any ideas at all you could give me? You might have just heard some juicy stories, the indiscretions of a minister, perhaps?
Now, must you talk that way in front of our darling angel?
Here's to the stodgy mind of my darling husband. 999 for sure. Danganronpa, I'm a little on the fence on at this moment, but I probably will. I think Danganronpa has weird streaming stuff where they don't like you streaming that game. I'll have to look into it. 999 for sure.
This deal is going quite well. Oh, I must say, these grapes are quite good.
The nose about to scrape the bottom of the sea, sir. Be forewarned, sir.
Egad! Keep it together, man. Are you trying to give me a case of the vapors? I believe I nearly died of fright just now.
Thanks everybody that hung out and watched. I really appreciate it. This was a crazy turnout. If you've seen the whole thing or you just tuned in for tonight's episode, thank you. If you're here, not already wrapped in, I'm GoatedQuest. I stream 4 nights a week. All first-time playthroughs for me, every game I play here, so I hope you enjoyed it. One of my favorites played so far? Yeah, you might be a little biased, but yeah, one of my favorites played so far too. I had a really great time. Stop the park from charging admission. Protect the rights of those who live here. Still throwing your marble down for 1,000-Year Door? That's a good pick. If I could, like, make any sway, my guys.
Today's the day, you know. He's finally getting out.
You know everybody's starting to get real tired of seeing you do that.
Then let me show you a new dance that's been passed down in our family for generations. We do this when we have a stomach ache. We call it Dance Away the Pain.
Oh, I'm real interested in that one. Think you could show it to me, say, next week?
You got it!
Yeah, if I could make any, like, personal suggestion, if it could go my way, I want to play a 2D platformer next. Really bad. We haven't gotten a 2D platformer yet, and there are so many classic, like, franchises that start in 2D platformers. that I really want to get to. N plus is not on the list. N plus is too massive to be on the list. That shit's like 9,000 levels. It just keeps going. Crazy Chase is not a 2D platformer. It's not. But like, if I could have it my way, something like Castlevania. I think playing Castlevania would be really fun. Maybe like a Strider. Strider could be cool. Metal Slug. Have I played Symphony of the Night? I have. Aw, hey! Mega Man X, Braid, or Mark of the Ninja, you put your +1 to? It would be the first Mega Man. 10 long years, Young Amelia, time's up today. The young lady who always comes to visit you is waiting outside. It would be Mega Man NES. But that would be a fun one, Cheesesteak. Don't let that sway you. Thank you, Sissel. The first Mega Man 2, is way better. Yeah, that'll make it really fun when we play Mega Man 2 after the first Mega Man. I'm sure it'll be really good when we play Mega Man 2. After we play the first Mega Man. Start it all, baby. I'm starting it all. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now note that the left screen is the bottom screen and this screen is the top screen. Incredible. What the hell? The picture's magic? Aww. How did he do that? How did he do it? Ghost trick. Phantom Detective. In the books.